great matriarch, whether it's day or dark, creates the spark, waves the heart as I sun ray my art, her make the patriarch. Most social media saviors are fakes, marks once we make knowledge born is when time and space rock. The great matriarch, whether it's day or dark, creates the spark, waves the heart as I sun ray my art, her make the patriarch. Most social media saviors are fakes, marks once we make knowledge born is when the rhyme and bass drop. I rose up, took a shower, purified my art field, took copper for a wall to ensure my chlorophyll is pumping. Done some curls for sure, I've more to build. Solid foundation, my crown chakra core and hill. Pound the pavement, sacred ground, freedom I stand for. Free all political prisoners of war, man or woman and child. Rid the land of all foreign and alien entities. I decree this morning, send them back to whence they came. Is the peace laugh or war cry, whatever the relevant name of each path, simple, highest form, spiritualities, how you teach math, a humble beast is still a beast. Now feel the beast wrath, rain fire on them, and the internet forms, sigils, emojis, and the avatars that wore them. Destroys this de facto government and its quarrels, established Big Ma house so she may restore him. A great matriarch, whether it's day or dark, creates the spark, waves the heart as I sun ray my art, her make the patriarch. Most social media saviors are fakes, marks once we make knowledge born is when time and space rock. The great matriarch, whether it's day or dark, creates the spark, waves the heart as I sun ray my art, her make the patriarch. Most social media saviors are fakes, marks once we make knowledge born is when rhyme and bass drop. The last host, note to self, quit playing, hit the gas, this shaft is called my turn, take the risk and spaz. Most of them got vaccinated with chips in their ass, plus rappers sacrificing each other for grist of their cash. Sad can't watch videos without the subliminals, predictive programming weirdos from menstrual shows. The land's contaminated, fruits and vegetables, black minerals, the water and skies I fry. Liquid chemicals, technology got me here in front of my desktop, perusing these beats and whatnot for my best option, contemplating which bar will next pop to unlock the minds that are stuck within a Xbox off the chart. I continue to climb, watching the rest flop like carp fishing, 100% fresh shark water. I'm on the front line, X marks the spot. I shine because of her, for she's the best sport. The great matriarch, whether it's day or dark, creates the spark, waves the heart as I sun ray my art, her make the patriarch. Most social media saviors are fakes, marks once we make knowledge born is when time and space rock. The great matriarch, whether it's day or dark, creates the spark, waves the heart as I sun ray my art, her make the patriarch. Most social media saviors are fakes, marks once we make knowledge born is when the rhyme and bass drops. All praises to the Most High. All praises to the great matriarch. Honor and respect to our ancestors. Sure, you've always had a father, the author of your flow, with your fire starter, the cause of your glow. But the trail I blazed, I pray you turn from it. The hell I've raised, I pray you don't burn from it. The work I put in, I pray that you earn from it. The mistakes I've made, I pray that you learn from it. You my splitting image, little darker, little taller. I'm a shot caller, though you just a little baller. But chief, I'm still teaching you like Yi Yang. My healing reaching you despite me lock and chain. Black hills speaking true, you ignite lots of pain. I feel the releasing of lightning and drops of rain from the sound cloud. You shine like me, the crown sprout. But unlike me, son, you haven't turned down louder smoke screen which surrounds you, shrouds your style. My shout allow your genius to astound the crowd. You my beloved, you scintillate profusely. You my beloved, you resent fate foolishly. You my beloved, do ventilate truthfully. You my beloved son, in who I'm well pleased. Okay, showing your vision is resplendent, my descendant when filming your intuition extends. The lens is felt when you're Cinematographic flashes of your scripted class. Get your inner magic. Dramatic action mixed with vivid aspects mastered. Surpasses the average glass. Stretches the facet through the scope of life's Kodak. You see classic. The question you have is mathematics. Please ask it. Son, Earth's a classroom, so put your hand up. And last boom, you already knew the answer. I pray to God to give me another chance for the love of my life, my wife, just a romance. In the misconception, no time for second guessing. It's that saying you knew who was who through a reflection that she showed you of me many years ago. Special features presentation appears to show you my beloved. You scintillate profusely, you my beloved. You resent fate foolishly, you my beloved. Do ventilate truthfully, you my beloved son, in whom I'm well pleased. Now Samuel, I am your found for show that the signal is a scramble or deprogrammable. From a little cub to a lion, not of my bloodline. Don't give a damn, don't love you as if you was mine. I'll be the first. Forgive me for my absence. The Most High sat me down to learn patience through abstinence. Amongst other lessons, perfect my craft and talents. Balance of our legacy in the Black Hawk's talents. Face adversity, overcome all challenges. Generational wealth for the next generation to us. Can't make the same mistakes of past tenses. Instead, let's create an after we've cried relapses type of atmosphere. Redirected fire, recalibrate the energy to propel us higher.
Clean, man.
Sovereign, opulent, autocratic, Nijis. I look at all three of my sons. On God, I see you, my beloved. You scintillate profuse, you my beloved. You resent fate foolishly, you my beloved.
Hey, T, that meat's in the fridge, right? It's not in the freezer, right?
You my beloved sons.
Okay, I'm gonna use all that. Because that's the New Zealand and, hold on, and the one that I got at Fry's. Should be 3 in there, right?
And my music, and a lot of this music, it's only
3 of them, right? The big one? And the two small round, right?
I don't know. I just see the big one too. I got dick through all this.
I thought there was some all. If they want to take it out, that's good. Just the big one right there is good enough. The other one's in the freezer. Oh, they there? Okay, they're there. Okay, yeah, we're gonna use all that. I'm just gonna sear them up when we get back. Chop the cabbage, You know what I'm saying? And the zucchini. Don't forget. Remind me to get the zucchini. Yeah.
I'm talking about
that cabbage is a big-headed cabbage, man.
The oppressed rising up against the oppressor. That's all. That's what my music's about. The oppressed rising up against the oppressor. So the only people that's scared are the oppressors. The only people who could have any harm coming to them are those who oppress. Simple as that.
3-pound pressure, no weight lesser. Drop the oppressor, need no surrender. 3-pound pressure, no weight lesser. Drop the oppressor, need no surrender. 3-pound pressure, no weight lesser. Drop the oppressor, need no surrender. 3-pound pressure, no weight lesser. Drop the oppressor, need no surrender. It's time for a change, gotta bounce up. The oppressor's about to get tossed up. I'ma lay him out, execution style's too late for an apologetic claim. You wrapped in a cloak of flame, by God, it's overdue. Your time is in the end. Locked out silent without sin. He put me on the planet for justice to win. The oppressor's about to get rolled on. With some pressures attached in the war zone. Revolution can start in the Arizona. I'm a messenger prophet like Farrakhan. Backed by the honorable, who sits at the pinnacle. Who judges the hypocritical, cynical, and the pitiful, sinful. My thinking is critical. I'm just ventilating of the actions of the protective service. Quick to pull the Glock, blast and kill. This don't take any type of skill. I'm ill of all citizens who haven't took a stand. Or kneels too late when the caps get bills. Don't believe in TC type. Going hits close to home. You gotta act the bone, but it got the dome. When it's on the zone, all red of my vision through sight. It's gonna be killed whenever I write. From above, I'll be given the right. So you better be ready to ride tonight. All the way to the dawn daylight. We gon' raid them all, so gon' pass the kite. 3-pound pressure, no weight lesser. Drop the oppressor, need no surrender. 3-pound pressure, no weight lesser. Drop the oppressor.
You can always tell the ones that went out and partied last night. We watched the fight. Man, hey, Devontae Davis lost that fight. He lost that fight. What dude name? Huh? Bruh, Roach beat Devontae Davis behind, bro. He beat the smack out of him. And they talk about a draw.
Such a gimme. Everybody back off. You know, everybody's like, you taught that from school, everywhere. Big business. You want to be successful? You want to be like Trump? Gimme. Push. Step. Crush. That's how it all is. And it's like, nobody ever stopped.
Hey, Zuri, what's going on? How are everybody? How y'all doing? Let me see. A 40-day fast. I hear you. Ain't nothing wrong with that. I'm thinking about when I get back, I gotta run back out. I want to keep reading because we got a lot, you know. Yet I need to take probably a day or so and just let there, you know what I mean? The algorithm or whatever. I'm thinking about like a day because there's some stuff I got to read and catch up on, you know what I mean? Excuse me, I know I'm talking over the music, my apologies. I'm thinking about a day off or something like that. There's some things I read, you know what I'm saying? I read a lot. I usually just plug in the ear. That's why it's right beside my bed, and I just listen to a whole lot of Manny P. Hall, everybody's got their favorite things, you know what I'm saying? But I listen to see where somebody's telling the truth or not, you know what I mean? As you see, I think I was the first one yesterday to go live and say Lefty Low, you know, Left Eye Lopez, as far as Angie Stone. Come to find out, which called music group robbing her. And the people in the car, because the truck hit her. Y'all remember Randy Quaid, Star Whackers? Remember David Carradine? Over there in, you know, supposed to kick the dope. I don't necessarily think it was the fakes. They call themselves and be the synagogue of Hasatan. It's your own worst. It's your own people who are doing this. I mean, who was the first rapper or star to be murdered? It was a DJ, and him from the Bronx, and him, and you know who? Mr. Master of Ceremonies himself, DJ Scott LaRock. He was the first. All right, that was a sacrifice, and we've had thousands. Not we, but you know what I mean. And she had a couple of weeks prior had spoken and was going to out certain individuals. Y'all look at Jaguar Wright, and some people starting to realize, like I was saying for a little while, I like what she's saying, but she's part of the problem too, because when she started going after Charleston Wayne, or when she said stuff, the dumb stuff she said about him, it was about all of our emotions, that she was saying the very same thing about most of the hood guys. So that told me right there she has sold out, because now she's back. She's been in limelight, getting paid pretty good, and she's been on a couple of little tours, vacations. Some people, when they want you to be quiet, if they can't really get to you, they'll mitigate the terms. They'll meet you. And Jaguar Wright's about money. Angie Stone, a little while before that, she had went and got a shot. This is why I'm telling you about these hospitals. And the needle was infected and gave her blood infection. It's like a staph infection, not the kind that consummates and starts creating sores and stuff. For those of you in the medical field, you know what I'm talking about. That was somebody attempting to get rid of her. It's not so much about we can reach out and touch you anytime. The issue is at hand is, who are those around you who are watching those around you who can reach out and touch them? I don't like giving stuff like that energy. Okay. Like when I was in Page, like I got people still who I message sometimes. Yo, everything good. We don't have to roll out. All right. Yo, my man and brothers here, we good. I network in a different way. I communicate, I find individuals, and then I get a number, and then I hear what they got to say. These are trying times, and I'm always pushing, don't be involved in all the nonsense. Just don't be involved. So I see some of you, I like your comments, and you're starting to realize that you literally create whatever dynamic of your institutionalization, because this is institutionalized. Not to lean on, but it is, because y'all still have to get the fiat, the worthless dollar, regardless of not having the knowledge and knowing the history of how it was created to mitigate these different factors. Most people are coming into the realization that history is it's a complete lie. And it's a short one. It's not long. But what's funny is they have to compile it with millions of years this way and hundreds of thousands of years that way. And every time I hear somebody talking about, yeah, for 15 billion years ago, I'm like, oh, here we go. You have no idea of the structures and the buildings, and we're going to use those terms, that are under you. When I was on the res about 8 years ago, right? I was on the res, living on the res. I had put it out there on Facebook. You know this? I said, this forest and caves you can go in underground that are hidden. Ah, you crazy. 2-3 years later, and it's just one, whatever province of China. Then you got the other one, Australia, and somewhere, and then it's 3, and then they find them everywhere. They always knew where they were. Even finding structures. Look at Paul Cook, that big cave that, you know what I mean? Man-made. With people that were living underground in this gigantic, all right? Again, the flesh pit in Texas. I remember I was getting ready to go there, and an accident happened, but they made up something, and there were people who were telling the truth, and they were being quieted. This zinc told me I could take it on an empty stomach. I even ate something. It makes my stomach so sour, man. Seriously. Anyway, it does. It makes my stomach sour. But I remember when I was posting it up on Facebook, I think 2015, was it 17? I put some posts up about the flesh pits of Texas. I might have put it up here in the community here. I might have made it with pictures and everything a while ago. And people were like, that's gotta be a lie. Well, you know me, I had to reach out to somebody who actually visited it. And he was like, no, man, it was the weirdest thing. And they thought some big Hollywood movie, and they said that something happened, and he said, yeah, and they closed it down. You know, we see, as far as I remember I was talking about this, as far as our conditioning, and then all the tampering and the shots and everything to keep you blind. Because if you could truly see, you wouldn't see the so-called world how it is. You would be able to sense and feel, and who would need, excuse me, sorry, who would need you incapable of accessing what you're capable of? And see, that's what I don't see anyone really communicating on or talking about. I don't see the rush or the desire or the want for your natural instincts, your natural bioharmonic rhythm. We say activate. It makes me think of Jerry curls. Anyway, seriously. Anyway, it's amazing that individuals don't want to push themselves into activation. To be able to see beyond, they say the shroud of the torn, shroud of the torn, or whatever, of Jesus or Emmanuel or whatever. And somebody was saying, if you look at it, really look at it, it's a Negro. Duh, it's an Afro, and they made some janky ones, but you got to remember, it was burnt. Why was it burnt? When did it happen? What was the true date compared to the lie of the Vatican and whatever? I don't really want to say that term, but all these different lies. And so now they put a composite together and they go, oh, wait a minute. Yeah. When you really look at it, and now they put a face to it, and it ain't the face that they attempted to paint, which most people know now is a lie. But who was the character? Who was the individual? Well, how they painted it, it ain't no truth. Are there truths? Well, I think everybody, all of you, would have been capable of all kind of things. Could it have been many fell away and that individual came back to show them? I don't know. It's possible. That's green tea. Ain't no honey, and don't get behind me and me lean back on you. I get sting me again, right? The world, man, is not going to change because, well, first of all, none of you are thinking for change. You're in agony for change. You're swooning over change. You're not controlling it. You're not mitigating it based on you're doing it on a factor of one when you should be doing it on a factor of all. It's funny, like I was saying yesterday, I said, lift every voice and sing. Lift every voice and sing. You know what? That was a message. Y'all should really go back and listen to some of these old songs. And these individuals who get caught up in something, always expressing or telling, are controlling the directive. As I stated about Scott LaRock, he was killed because he was pushing some positive stuff. KRS-One, yeah, remember they were at odds when they first met, in the what you call shelter. It's like a big castle looking thing in the Bronx. I used to be over there a lot. The Armory. Got a men's shelter over there. And some of the most insidious idiots, crackheads and everything else. And Scott LaRock was one of the, administrators there, social workers. Absolutely. And KRS-One wasn't big on that. They had their fallouts, tussles, but they got together. And they had BDP, and he was shot and murdered, bullet to the back of the head, man. And it's always been about controlling the message to make sure that y'all don't strive to do better. And now y'all are witnessing how music controls it. Y'all remember, who remembers when mumble rap came out? So those of us who were part of the hip hop evolution, right? In the beginning, when I came out, we knew right away that somebody was pushing this. And you saw how they bit on it. You saw how they gravitated to it. And then the drill started. People swear up and down drill started in Chicago. It started out of Brooklyn. It started out of Brooklyn, New York. I'm so tired of all this back and forth. It started over here. When y'all can't even be one and mitigate that. Don't even research for truth, But then it was cultivated. Instead of fun, to be perverse. Idiots rapping about who they shot and telling on themselves. And those that controlling the narrative because of fiat, well, they made sure this is what happened. And it was always a bunch of our dumb people right behind it. It's magnificent that people are seeing it. But y'all act like, you know, when you say the crossroads, right? You act like it stopped. The so-called Negro was never meant to be messed with. And that's why I say these individuals, these things have way overstood their stay. They are beyond reckless. And now a bunch of your people are caught up in it as well. Yes, there were 9 people in the vehicle. 9 people, right? Yeah, wasn't it 9, T?
And she was 1 out of 9.
She was 1 out of 9, so yeah. Okay. And so it was 9. So the truck, it didn't matter if they died or not. I think a couple of them are critical. Some, I don't know, some. I was looking at this AM. I don't want to be stuck on Andy Stone. What I'm saying is, it's a big. And another thing, y'all are not supposed to be dying so young. Here they are. They're spraying like they're retarded, right? And y'all very aware that all the Congress and the government and all of them, they're all behind it. Y'all aware that there's as much oil as there is water. You're more aware that you're travelers. So driver's license, insurance, all that is unrequired. But because of the time, insurance, you can have it. You know that, right? Without a driver's license. I know you go to a place and they're like, let me have your what you call number off your vehicle, your IN, whatever that number is, IN, and blah, blah, blah. You know, you don't have to, you can insure your vehicle without a driver's license. That driver's license, what it means to drive, is the state paying you? I just want to reiterate all the craziness. Okay? And it's becoming more and more clear every day that these so-called police don't know law. They don't know the Constitution, the Bill of Rights, the part that they swear an oath to. As y'all know, some time ago, I read the fact that they even swear another oath, and it's with the state or the court, which is, there's no judge here. First of all, it's by the fake crown. It's meritorious, right? The sea, based upon sea laws, they have to make you a fictional person and then deal with the real you as if you're nothing. Like, make it make sense. Yes, they're finding a whole lot of collaboration with a bunch of dumb racists and all these other individuals who probably partook in trafficking of organs and children and all that in these costumes. Yes, they're finding it everywhere. But what's mind-boggling to me is how they can actually put individuals in the office, point out all this stuff that wasn't known, and then attack them with these medias. It's all distraction. They don't want you to rise above the occasion. We need a distraction. Angie Stone's up. You know what she was talking about. We got all that fiat. We need the energy. And there's plenty of her videos, Instagram, the whole thing on her, which she talks about it. The fact that she believes they tried to take her life one time, and she was grateful to God. But she's not the only one. You think these young ones in the music industry aren't afraid? You know, when you get in there and you get into Hollywood, if you don't have a tight network and individuals who will, you know, vet out the individuals who are there for no good, you're going to be subjugated. You're going to be used. Usury, right? Isn't that term? And you see it everywhere. Blackmailing, people in compromised positions, you know? And you would say to yourself, as big as this earth is, and with as many people, that people would change. I have a video of, I guess, Spetsnaz or Russian Special Forces set up a couple of knucklehead American, I guess Brit, whatever, forces fighting in Ukraine, these idiots who believe in this Russia-America nonsense, being taken out. I downloaded it. I can upload it. It's being showed all over the place. So I might put together a video later on with a certain individual, Noam Chomsky and a couple other individuals talking, and put the video in there. I might have to use my pen to blank out, but it's no faces. So, and you don't see no direct, no splatter or anything like that. And you can hear them talk. Well, they're out there frozen solid. The beautiful thing about the Russians, they actually pick the bodies up. Come to be a fact of one video I had where they were executing the Ukrainians. These are Ukrainians who didn't want to fight. These are Ukrainians who they snatched them off the street, put out there. And so the other Ukrainians who were soldiers took off their armbands and act like they were Russians and executed all these Ukrainians who said they're not fighting. They didn't want to fight Russia. And it come to be a fact. And this is what you're dealing with. What you won't see the media say is that, yeah, there's American Negroes in Russia who took up arms against Ukraine. They went out there and fought. Africans, and a whole bunch of people, Mongolians. Yes. I don't know why they let North Koreans go out there with hardly nothing. That was just stupid, knowing there was drones and everything. But this is a fight that shouldn't be happening. Everything that's happening, whether real or not, based on your perception, you got to stop thinking about it. You need to, you've got to facilitate another way of thinking, of processing your thoughts. I told you I'm not here for everybody. So like I said, and I know, yeah, there's 2 states I would fly around the clock, coffee, intravenous, and they all need to go. That's the dark side of me. And I'm not saying it's right. I'm just aware of some things. And not everyone you see is who or what you think they are. And I'm saying this stuff because I don't want you to meditate on that. All right. I want you to go, okay, and keep your processing thoughts, right? I need for you to find that good space. Okay. That space where all it means nothing, because you facilitate the energy to create. I am telling you, this is factual. Okay? All right? There's plethora of books and information. There's places you could travel, things you could see. There's times when you sit there, and you know how they say in hindsight, or they say you sense something. How many times did you wonder if somebody looking through the window, or you felt like you did something wrong, but it wasn't too bad, but you felt like now you're being watched, you facilitated, you created it, and now people come around going, hey, what's going on? And you, because your ignorance, you'll go, nothing. Yet you actually created it without knowing it. And then because you're unaware that you created it, you won't think nothing of it. You will further go into this delusional paranoia, and then attempt to be the better you. Now, I'm not saying that's not a bad thing, but you don't even understand how powerful you really are. I'm not saying nothing that's not out there. Maybe some of you will be pushing that direction. Some of you will be like, bah, humbug or whatever. I don't know. But the reality is, you create your own reality. You create your own reality. I just want to come on and just drop. There's a lot more stuff I want to say, but I don't think it's my place to be there. Well, that woodpecker, he's getting on it. Is that a woodpecker? Hey, Ganja, what kind of bird is that?
That one?
Yeah. He got a long beak. It's just a pecking and the big one.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I thought that was a woodpecker. I ain't think you had woodpeckers out here.
I've heard them.
Oh, you've heard them out here?
Yeah, I've heard them banging on wood and stuff.
Oh, okay. That's what it looked like. It kind of looked like it. But I said I wanted to read some other stuff, right? So later on in the day, I might come on and read because it may be information that might. I'm not saying it's pertinent. It may be informative. I got to go over a few more things in it. There's some stuff I don't want to mention in it to you. I don't want y'all to get stir crazy. Oh, that's evil. No. I don't want to do that. That's like they said 666 means the beast. Do y'all know what the beast means? Well, 6 neutron, protons, electrons, right? Electrons, neurons, protons, right? Means they need you to be the beast instead of the light. They need you to be untamed, which means unnatural. So the beast is you. Did you get that? Did you comprehend that simple little thing? They don't want you to be the element, right? They want you to be the element of surprise, the beast, the fallen, away from. So they had to mark it in a way, and everybody here mark would be a mark called, of the beast. And they go 666. So that makes you afraid, while they tear away your elements, they remove you from being the elemental that you are, remove the God presence in you. You get where I'm coming from? You think I'm just saying this without some knowledge or something? You expect me to say, oh, I'm going to tell y'all the story, how I know how it ends? I don't have to say that a billion times. I already said that maybe a quarter of a billion, but 250 million times. But regardless of that, you got to look at some of these things. You got to ascertain and then attain. You need to walk in your truth. And if you think walking in your truth is the diabolical state you're in, no, you got to change. You got to change. All right? And if you're around individuals, that's what I read yesterday, that will pull you back into the sump because you're not going to save them. You're not going to save them. They got to save themselves. That sounds selfish. But what does it tell you? To be what with God? To be selfish? What do you think that means? What do you think being selfish with God means? To communicate with yourself, to be able to talk with yourself, to be responsible of self. You know where the term ether comes from, right? You know why they removed it, right, from the Bible and stopped teaching it in school? Up to, well, I think 1939 is, well, 939 is when they were still teaching about Tartary. Ether was stricken away from the Bible, Look into it. See its origin. All right? Okay? You are deep with the illusion, okay? You are. You're deep with it. You don't have to be that deep with it. Not at all. Like I said, I'm gonna get back. I'm gonna go over some things because I'm making us some cabbage and I'm hooking up something today. All of us, everybody, you know what I'm saying? And we gotta pick up 5 more pieces of wood I took up and some other little knickknacks. So we're gonna head out and get that. Stop having the savior complex. I ain't attempting to save nothing. It's information balance. Who would not want to see balance work on both sides? I think that would just be amazing. I know you're gonna probably say, "Oh man, that's dark." Just like I know some good guys, I know some bad guys. It is what it is. All right? The handful of y'all need to really walk in your true designation. So start finding out what it is. If there's nothing that I could say that could be beneficial, listen to those words, because there's darkness all around. But you don't have to facilitate in it. All right? You don't have to partake. You don't have to, line up, get in line. You don't have to. You just don't have to. Okay? Unless that's what you do anyway. And if that's what you do, yeah, I feel a little, there's a real feeling with it. Okay? But that's something I don't have to share with you. I'm gonna sign off. When I get back, we'll see if I can go ahead and put these things together well. And then, when it seems like it's complicated, it's something. It's something that can be beneficial. But it's nothing but this reading stuff, The story. Well scripted and put together story. I just need to make sure that I script it appropriately. All right. I could just do it right here, right now, off the fly, but I don't think it would have the gravity, all right, the weight that it should have. All right. Oh, Roadrunner trauma. I don't know. It might have been a Roadrunner. No, Roadrunner's kind of big, right? They're kind of bigger than that. They got the longer. I think it might have been a woodpecker, because the way it was pecking pretty hard and strong into the ground, like getting that bread that I put out there. So, and they grabbed it and flew off with it, because Ganja walked over to take a look at it too. But what's up, Trauma? What's going on, beloved? Hey, Food. What's going on? Hey, Wavy. What's going on, beloved? Good afternoon. Andy. What's going on? Fred. What's going on, beloved? What's happening, y'all? But like I said, I hope y'all take this information and make with it what you choose. Okay? And then when I get that stuff together, because it's run wires and it is what it is. All right? But I'm gonna read it to you. Don't get all fancy pants and stuff like Django and shit. Fancy pants. and look, and don't be stumbling around in the dark. Who that stumbling around in the dark? Well, how'd it go? Prepare to get wanged. I'm gonna have to watch that when I get back. Who that out there stumbling around? But anyway, let me get off of here so we can run to town, grab a few things, get back, get our cooking together, and we're waiting. We've got enough stuff to treat those up there, and we'll record those. Hey, tomorrow I guess we'll go ahead and treat that and get those in the afternoon, you know, and get those nailed in, and then we'll start putting the ASB. I got to get some more of that, but whatever we put in there, then we'll know what we need. I just don't want to get a whole bunch of stuff. I mean, we're going to need a lot of stuff, but you know, I spent a lot last month. So this month I want to be a little careful, you know what I mean? So I appreciate you guys. See you guys in a few hours. All right. And y'all already know where it's at. Okay. Sisters and brothers. And I'll see you guys later.